Ryan Reynolds' relationship with Blake Lively is under a lot of speculation. Now that they are in an intense legal battle with Justin Baldoni, people are taking a closer look at their past, and they're starting to realize that there's a bizarre way that Ryan shows his love for Blake, and it's starting to read more like resentment than resilience. So let's get into it. We're going to be diving into this theory that Ryan Reynolds actually cannot stand his own wife, Blake Lively. I mean, right now it seems like the world is turning against her, but could you imagine her own husband turning against her? I mean, if you look at their history, he's made really bizarre comments in the past, which is why I wanted to make this video. I feel like Ryan tries to come off as the charming guy who makes fun of you because he's got a crush on you. But after having several kids together and being married, when does it end? Because it seems like Blake's been a problem for a long time. Like, for example, posting this picture of this painting and saying, if there's ever a fire, I'm grabbing this first and then I'll come back for Blake. Now, we will dive into more of Ryan's weird comments. I mean, I would be offended if my husband was talking about me like that on social media, but I want to briefly remind you how these people got together. Let me take you back to 2007 when Blake Lively was dating Penn Badgley, of all people. I don't know why, but I don't see them as a couple, but they dated for 3 years until she was hired for a movie titled Green Lantern. By the time Green Lantern had wrapped, Blake and Penn had split, which adds another layer to speculation about what happened on the set of Green Lantern, because Ryan was with Scarlett Johansson. They were married from 2008 until 2011, but by that time, Ryan starred alongside Blake in Green Lantern.
It was funny because for about a year after Green Lantern had come and gone, all that stuff, and we were both single, we went on a double date with she was on a date with another guy and I was on a date with another girl, and that was the most awkward date for their respective part because we were just like fireworks coming across the...
Went well for him. There were no fireworks for me. No.
Now, there is no absolute proof of infidelity, but we have seen time and time again what happens behind the scenes when there's a love interest and they have to act like they love each other and then they just end up falling in love. A theory suggests that while filming Green Lantern, Ryan and Blake became emotionally and possibly physically involved at the time Scarlett was frequently working on her own projects. Which, of course, Scarlett Johansson is a big star. I mean, I think she's a bigger star than Blake ever was or could be. Now, that's just my opinion, but in December 2010, they announced their separation. In July 2011, they were divorced, and guess what? In October 2011, he was publicly dating Blake. So if the cheating allegations are true, I mean, shoot, maybe you find him how you lose him, and this, like, it ends with us was gonna be like kind of, you know, the end of Blake and Ryan, but you know, that's not what this video is about. I just want to give you guys some context on how they met and what they left behind. He left Scarlett Johansson, she left Penn Badgley, and now they are together and quite a force to be reckoned with. Once upon a time, Ryan and Blake were widely regarded as one of Hollywood's most beloved couples, known for their playful banter and frequent trolling of each other on social media. They've built an image of fun-loving and easygoing. It kind of reminds me of like what John Legend and Chrissy Teigen try to do, but they are cringe as hell. Did you see the clip of him trying to sing to the firefighters? Like, it was just a time and place.
Maybe we should take it slow. Take it slow. Oh, oh.
Imagine this, you've been in an accident or someone you love has been seriously hurt. Suddenly you're facing a mountain of medical bills, paperwork, and insurance companies that don't want to pay what you deserve. Now, what if I told you there was a simple solution to this nightmare? Getting compensation when you are entitled to can be tricky, with many personal injury firms giving you the runaround, drowning you in paperwork and settling for less than what you deserve. But it doesn't have to be that way. This is where Morgan & Morgan steps in. As America's largest injury firm, they've modernized the entire process. With over 1,000 attorneys across all 50 states, they have the resources to take on big insurance companies and give you the money you deserve. And trust me, they don't settle for lowball offers. Just this year, they secured a $26 million settlement in Philadelphia, 40 times more than the highest insurance offer. And there are plenty more stories like that. You could just fill out a simple form in minutes. No appointments, no complicated paperwork. Everything is done from your phone. Sloan. Plus, it's totally free unless you win. Morgan & Morgan makes the process easy and stress-free. You can head over to forthepeople.com/Sloan. You can also find that link in the description below to get started. Remember, the process is free unless you win. Thank you, Morgan & Morgan, for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. So we get it. Blake and Ryan have this humor that they like to upplay on social media, and when they're speaking about each other. But I feel like within the humor, there's a truth to it, which is why it's kind of funny. But now looking in hindsight, I'm like, damn, seems like you guys almost hate each other.
You are the best thing that has ever happened to me. Second only to this star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Now, there's this viral TikTok that is explaining Ryan's humor, which kind of seems like it comes at Blake's expense, and there's some underlying resentment there. I am a person who can detect resentment. If I'm feeling it in the room, I'm going to detect it. I'm going to call it out. And it seems like Ryan does feel some type of way about her. While their banter is undoubtedly a cornerstone of their public persona, critics argue that the frequency and tone of Ryan's comments sometimes diminish Blake, painting her as the punchline rather than his equal partner. And part of the reason why I feel like he left for Blake was because he didn't want an equal partner. Scarlett Johansson would have been that, and he wanted to feel superior.
I am fully convinced that there has to be a connection between this humor that this couple specifically coined, a direct line from that to millennial women finding out via TikTok that their husbands hate them.
It's not even that they found out on TikTok, it's that they married husbands that hate them because they incorrectly categorized it as cute and funny and like what Ryan Reynolds does, but really your husband or boyfriend just hates you.
This whole public spectacle that they've been playing for the last 10 years, and the media outlets completely latched onto it and was like, couple goals, 20 times Ryan totally owned Blake on Instagram. And it's like him posting bad pictures of her and being like, my wife is a piece of shit. This type of behavior being sort of the gold standard for couples in Hollywood equals women just marrying downright mean men.
I mean, the internet is forever. Your kids are going to read it one day. Do you really want them to see this? 3 of the most beautiful, considerate, and loving people I've ever known. And then there's Blake, a big F you to the mother of his children, wishing Billy Ray Cyrus a birthday tweet, saying have a special and magical birthday. I love you with all my heart. Also, happy birthday to my wife. Which I'm when it comes to Valentine's Day, you have to ask me to be your Valentine. I don't even care for dating. I'm so needy like that. So if you're going to tweet that on a birthday, I would be, there's no dinner on the table that night. Let's go through some of what social media is saying. This person commented, somebody said sarcasm is hostility disguised as humor. Another person wrote, it stemmed from if he's mean to you, he likes you. We heard it as kids. Another person adds, sarcasm and teasing is only a love language if it doesn't include humiliation. And then finally, and then she met a gentleman. She fell for him, but wasn't reciprocated, so she sued him. Speaking of Justin Baldoni, because I don't know about you guys, but I really do have a gut feeling that there was some kind of feelings developed between Blake and Justin, maybe more on Blake's side, and Ryan noticed it, and that's why we're in a deep lawsuit. Mariah Carey gets involved. Oh no, not Mariah Carey. On Blake's 34th birthday, Ryan tweeted about singing Mariah Carey's hit Fantasy, calling it his favorite thing that's ever happened on August 25th. While clearly it's another joke, this post seemingly overshadowed Blake's big day, sparking conversations about whether his humor lacks sensitivity. And I feel like I'm not one to comment on things, but if I was a commenter, not I wasn't out Sloan being here, doing my thing, also buying on breakdown hats on sale until the end of the month, January 31st, I would comment who cares? Now, there was a joke that Ryan had made in the past about using Blake as a human shield. Kind of reminds me of those men who walk in front of their girlfriends. Comment below, are you guys dating anyone who your man walks in front of you instead of behind you? Aren't the gentlemen supposed to be behind you? No, he's willing to use her as a damn shield. He's going to war. Let's break this down. In the early days of Ryan's savagery, the Deadpool actor told David Letterman shortly after the couple's first daughter, James, was born, that his priorities had shifted. I used to say to Blake that I would take a bullet for you. I could never love anything more as much as I love you. I would say that to my wife, he said during a February 2015 appearance on the show. And then he continued, And the second I looked into that baby's eyes, I knew the exact moment that if we were ever under attack, I would use my wife as a human shield to protect that baby.
I used to say to her, I would take a bullet for you. I could never love anything as much as I love you. I would say that to my wife. And then the second I looked in that baby's eyes, I knew in that exact moment that if we were ever under attack, I would use my wife as a human shield to protect that baby.
Now, as I said at the start of this video, I did not like that comment about the fire, especially with these damn LA wildfires. Like, you don't know whose house was affected. I believe that Justin Baldoni's lawyer's house like burnt down or something. So, I mean, I don't think the timing is off here, but you know, he wrote, if there's ever a fire, I'm grabbing this first and then I'll come back for Blake. Which one is that? Is that really worth it? Like, look at that picture. That's how you know you're a real rich person, because you're grabbing a picture of a boy throwing a newspaper in a basic suburbia. Look, basic life is so like foreign to these people that not even a mansion. Look, that picture, that's not a mansion. Just the most basic picture of the most basic little newspaper boy throwing a piece of, oh, he's running for that. That's real rich people stuff right there. He's running for that. Okay. Wow. Like here, he goes, if there's ever a fire, I'm grabbing this first. I'll come back for Blake. And I have to believe that this led an entire generation of women to be like, when a man was just outright being mean to them, being like, we kind of have that Ryan and Blake thing going on.
Yeah, we kind of have that cute little dynamic where he sort of bullies me online, roasts me.
He posts like unflattering photos of me, and I just like love that.
He flames.
Now, in March 2017, on a Good Morning America appearance, Ryan said, my wife is very good at cooking and Jake might just be a little bit better. When the host Michael Strahan suggested that Blake might not be happy about his assessment, Ryan responded in the most bizarre way, saying, I'm moving out at the end of the month. I'm actually moving out right now under this desk. I'm making plans. I feel like they are the kind of couple who, when they get into a fight, they talk about like divorce or breaking up like right away. It's like within the first like 2 minutes. I mean, shoot, I think I would be too if my birthday post every year sucked. In 2019, he posted a bunch of really unflattering photos of his wife. And again, it's just like not really cute. I don't really get the appeal of it. Maybe people like this. Comment below. Are you girls like, oh, I wish my man did that for me? I don't think there's one person out there that would say that. I mean, maybe he's just not that funny, so that's his way to create humor. Other people question if it's mutual because it seems like Blake also talks crap about her man, from trolling his hairstyling skills to mocking his fashion choices. However, Ryan's humor tends to dominate their public exchanges, with Blake often left to react or play along. Maybe she's just not as witty as Ryan is. But Ryan did discuss being trolled by Blake in August 2021. Asked by people if he was trolled on the internet, Ryan responded, oh God, yes I do. Are you kidding me? I live with one. My wife trolls the crap out of me. Why would I go online? I've got it here at home. Now, you guys are going to kill me, but I actually watched A Simple Favor last night with Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively because I need to do my research. You know, I'm trying out here to get you guys like the most accurate stuff. And I made quite a viral statement about that movie on Instagram. If you guys have not followed me at Sloan Hooks, so I needed to go and do my homework. But this article reads, when Blake wanted to cheat on Ryan with Anna Kendrick, she posted on Instagram, Anna Kendrick is the hotter female version of my husband, so would it really count as cheating? Ryan took the blow in stride, saying, the most ambitious crossover event in history. I'll miss you both. Tell my story. Now, Ryan was part of a movie called Detective Pikachu, and he posted on Twitter in 2019 a clip of his voice, and Blake ragged on her husband's job, saying that he did not do well. Quote, I mean, he didn't even change his voice. It just sounds like him. And when Ryan suggested that their daughters would respect his work in the movie, Blake laughed him off and said, we're not going to see that. Here are some more weird jokes when Blake implied she'd rather be coupled with Gigi Hadid instead of Ryan. On Gigi's 26th birthday, it looks like they're celebrating together. She posted a picture on her story of herself sitting between her husband and her pal, saying, I think you and I make a much better couple. When Blake bought ESPN Plus to watch Ryan's game meltdown, She wrote, I bought ESPN Plus today just to watch my husband's experiencing crippling anxiety live. It was so worth it. So when she makes fun of him, she's definitely coming for his work. Maybe that's a little bit of an insecurity because he is so outrageously successful. Now, there's a fine line between humor and criticism, showing love and, shaming it. And I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys find yourself in relationships like this? Do you think it's healthy and normal? Do you think it's part of their PR plan to appear likable or relatable? Most people on social media do not have a great reaction. This person commented, "May this love never find me." Another person writes, "This should actually be a scientific study." Another person writes, "The way my husband's love language is really roasting people, and he would never publicly shame me, even in a joking way like that." Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are undeniably a power couple for now. We're gonna have to see what happens with this ends with us lawsuit because it seems to get messier and messier by the day, but you guys requested this video and I came to deliver. So thank you for tuning in. I love you guys so much. Find Out and Breakdown hats are on sale until January 31st, and then we got a special surprise in February. I'll be down in Florida, so I'm excited for that. But I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye, guys.